Recording now. Okay, hello and welcome to the virtual Commanding Wealth Circle. I'm Catherine Perry, and I have had the pleasure of doing this work, the One Command, since about 2005. I've been a transformational teacher and healer coach since 2000, probably I could say further back, but we don't want to be bringing out any old wood carvings to show me in circles in the past doing that stuff. So I just want to say thank you so much for taking time to be with me today. Welcome. And today, this is the first one that I've done in the last 2 years. I took a break off. I was doing the circles and I was doing a daily one command teaching, and I managed to completely burn myself out is what happened there. I was teaching an hour a day, every day, seeing clients, teaching classes, doing the stuff. And then I found out my well was just empty. And then that with some kind of a combination of health issues, I just said, I just have to step back. And so I just focused on having some clients. And this is the reboot of me coming back out of my hermit stage. And I just love and appreciate you all for joining us. The way the format is going to go, I'm not going to be doing as much teaching as much as some explaining so that we can all get into the kind of the same space. And then this is really about creating a space for us to share so that we can, one, just get grounded in our state of being, right? Let our cups fill up. I have the joy of living with my daughter's family, and Maddie is 18 this year. Actually, she just turned 19, and Carolyn is about to turn 9. And Carolyn will come home from school and she'll be exhausted. And I'll just say, instead of asking for a hug, I'll say, hey, can I feel your heart up? And she leans into me and she just presses heart to heart. And I just hold this intention of just filling her up with love rather than come give me a hug. I'm saying, let me do this. Let me be this for you right now. And it just takes, it's probably less than 15, 20 seconds, but both of us are energized and she's instantly grounded. I want to fill your cup up today. I want to fill your heart up today, because right now we are at a really challenging time in our growth, and we hear about ascension and jumping dimensions and going into 5D, and we are in the the birth pangs, and old systems are dying, and a lot of people have isolated themselves and feel powerless and they don't know what to do. And I'm here to remind you of the truth of your power, and to fill you up and to create a space for whatever it is that you want to create. And this is going to be really more that theme of, here, let's create this space within us. Let's create this pause from our ordinary thinking, from all the things we think we have to do, all the obligations, all the news, and just allow a space for us to reconnect with ourselves and with each other. And that's my intention. We're going to be using the one command method as far as a way to be our meditation and to command for what we want, need, or desire. But I really want to help you get grounded into your body and connect to your greater self, your higher, greater intelligence, so that you can have a new conversation with that greater self about major decisions that you have to make, or how to manifest what you desire. And an example of that is, I was with my daughter and I were talking. We've got this big move. We've got kind of a family situation that's a little sticky. And we've talked out every possibility on it, and we've modeled conversations, and we've imagined, and we fantasized. And finally I said, Lauren, you're going to have to give this up. She talks to God. I said, you're going to have to give this up to God. You're going to have to give this up to a greater mind, because you've come to the end of what you know to do. So right now, let's just have a quiet moment, and we're going to say that we, Creator God, we absolutely know that there is an perfect solution to this situation, and we don't know what it is. We don't know how to trust it. We only know that we can trust that your hand is operating in this. And it was just that moment. So what did we do? We created a pause. We brought it to an idea greater. We aligned our intention to, hey, there is a solution that is a win-win, that is perfect, and that we can know and trust. Not only that, hey, this big invisible, universal hands, the forces on it, but we can trust ourselves to act correctly, to know what to do and act from that greater knowing. And we just walk around acting like that at our house. But we have to remind ourselves to do that, because we're all, we're really smart people, right? You're smart. And we have all these, great solutions, and we read a lot and we study a lot. But there comes that moment that you have to just go, hey, there is a greater intelligence that has an answer. And the answer arrived. I had another client that wanted to make money, and she's worrying about it, like, I got to make money and how I'm going to do it, and I'm studying these strategies, and here's the formats, and we're just having this whole conversation. And I said, have you thought to have a conversation with money, the intelligence of money, about this, and ask money to help you create the vessel? She said, that literally never occurred to me. And so we just created a moment where we said, hey, if money could talk to me right now, I don't know how money talks to me. I only know that I'm having a new conversation with myself about money, and money is guiding that conversation. And suddenly she felt relaxed, and she said, I know what I want to do. And she just she said, at first, it was like, I don't know why I didn't think of it. And then she said, I've literally been thinking about this. I know I've wanted to do this. So, but she had herself in this double bind. That's what I'm talking about. Let's have a new conversation about what it is that we want to create, how we want to experience ourselves, and let's be in support of one another. So welcome to the group. Yeah, we had about 50 people register, and I'm so happy to see some familiar faces. Hello, beautiful Linda. I'm so happy to see you. And Becky, oh my goodness. Ramona, I don't know if we've had a chance to meet yet. And Linda, I know that we've had a chance to connect in the past, but welcome everybody to the call. So we're using a format, and it's called the One Command, and it's based on a technique developed by Asara Lovejoy. And I just want to give a little teaching of what we're going to be doing. And then, because we have just a few of us today, more people jumped on, I'm going to give some demonstrations about that. Oh, let's see. Cassandra, hello. Lenora, Judy, hello. So the idea of this is that we are disengaging from our ordinary state, which is called the beta brainwave, just very briefly. And in this ordinary thinking, we're actually thinking and acting from decisions and programs from the past. We have conditioned ourselves to look at the world in a particular way, and we have a lens. And this way of thinking creates our reality. Okay. It's our lens for reality. Okay. It's how we look at things. And a lot of times we're in it, and we're in a reactive, and we're at what we could say is being at the effect of others, which means there's something happening outside of us, and it's having an effect, and it's affecting our emotions and our ability to make decisions and our choices, and on and on and on. Okay. And we know those people that say, I was happy till you got here, or they blame other people for their emotions or their reactions or their situations. And there are a lot of forces at work, but there is nothing more powerful than you. Okay. And no matter what situation we are, like in our economy, we can talk about that. It is a force outside of us. And when we take control and we come into being that one who is the effect on the world, rather than the world having an effect on us, then we say, how do I want to express in the world? What results do I want to create in the world? Okay. How do I want to experience myself in the world? So I want to just encourage you for a moment just to think about that. How, in this moment, how do I want to experience myself in the world? And when you're doing that, you're actually saying, how am I identifying myself? What beliefs and behaviors, what attitudes am I embodying and expressing, right? But how do I want to experience myself in the world? And I want you just you go, okay, that's good, but I want you to actually kind of tune in. I want to have you just kind of close your eyes, look down for a second. First, put your hands on your heart so that you can focus your attention there. Asking that question again, focused on your heart. How do I want to experience myself in the world? And there may be a thought, a feeling, a word, or just a knowing. There could be a picture. The next place that you want to tune your attention to is right at the belly button. And this is your sacral. And this is where a lot of our power comes from, our power to manifest and create. And now I want you to put your hands kind of like down around your belly button, direct your attention even deeper holding the question, how do I want to experience myself in the world? And whatever that came up, and that an identity, okay, it was, I want to experience myself as loving or powerful or a force for good or loved. If you want to share what came up for you, do me a favor, raise your hand. This bar sits exactly at where my chat is. Okay. You can put it in the chat, or if you want to raise your hand and share, you can do that. What came up for you when you said, how do I want to experience myself? Joy. Yeah, I want to experience. So I love that idea, joyful and peaceful. So if you were as you experience yourself in the world as joyful, how will the world experience you? What will shift in the world's experience of you? I see. Hello, some more folks are coming on. That's right. And so right now, just in your mind's eye, now direct your attention up to your mind's eye. And you might just go, okay, I'm going to picture, visualize, imagine what that would look like if I'm experiencing myself in joy or enjoying. How about that? Enjoy in the world. Like imagine, hey, you have to go into your business or work, you're going into the family, and there's a lot of, maybe there's chaos or upset, it's busy. And if you were walking in this grounded state of being, of joy, what would that look like? How would you be greeted? And you know those people that walk around like that. You go, oh my gosh, I'm glad you're here. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. I was worried. I was stressed. Oh, would there be like a collective breath of relief? Would there be smiles? Would there be greater ease? Just expand that. Yeah, approachable, calmer. I had a client that many years ago that he wanted to work with me because he was trading forex and he wanted to be able to trust his intuition. But life had gotten kind of grim for him. He was angry because he had sold his business for a lot of money. He thought he had this great idea and could not burn through the money fast enough, and he found himself having to work back in that business as an employee. And there was strained relationships, and he'd lost his girlfriend, and he just was not happy, but he wanted to connect into his intuition. So he tuned in. If you were living in that intuition, and he imagined living in that intuition, and he started increasing his awareness and fine tuning that. And then his personal healing and started happening, and his attitudes started adjusting. And then he started saying, the strangest thing is happening when I go places. The world is friendlier. People are so nice. Little happy things are happening. I'm noticing I'm getting drawn to different things. And his employees are going, you are so much more fun to be around, right? And it is just because he decided to develop one part, one little aspect of something that worked for him, but he couldn't do it consistently. And that's kind of us when we're thinking about joy. The recording is on. Yeah. And notice what starts expanding to an idea greater and serves more good in its fulfillment. And that's exactly what we are talking about when we are doing, when we're connecting to this idea greater than itself, when we're going through this one command process. Okay. I'm going to share with you, I'm going to attempt to share with the group in chat. Let's see, this bar is exactly where the chat is, and I'm going to try to attach a file. Let's see if it'll let me. Format file. Yes. So I'm going to attach a file right quick. And you can just have this for you. And so the basic format of the one command is, I don't know how, I only know it so now, and I am fulfilled. And that's the basic statement, because we don't know how in our ordinary thinking. Like when we said, if we wanted to experience ourselves in the world, how do we want to experience ourselves? We might say, yeah, I want joy, but, right, our ordinary thinking doesn't know. But there's a greater part of us that knows. So we're connecting into that. And then the command actually is, I only know it's so now. And we're expanding that out. So I'm going to walk you through the steps, but this is the basic command premise. And I'm trying not to teach too much, but just because I really want to get us to connect and find out what it is. But I want to share with you this tool of how we think about the one command. I'm going to do deeper teachings over in the Facebook group, and to where I can do that, because there is a lot to talk about with this, that for this really what's a very simple technique, we have to get some groundwork in. But this is a great format for you to learn how to do the one command and even how to flip beliefs. So there's a tool for you. The 6 steps of the one command that I'm going to be walking you through this is a meditation that I'm going to be directing your eyes. Okay. And so, what I want to do right now is just take you through a little process of just getting grounded, being here and present. We're going to go into alignment with one another. And I'm going to introduce you to the master creator within you. Okay, then we're going to do a little check-in, and then we're going to do I'm going to walk the group up. And Larry Morningstar, it's so good to see you. Hello. And let's see if some more folks have joined. Okay, beautiful. So we're just going to take a moment, and I want to just take the group through a little grounding. And I just want to invite you to become centered in your body, settle into your hips. Take a couple of just kind of deep breaths. I like to breathe in through my nose, hold it, and just sigh out. But do what works best for you. Another breath in. I'm imagining I'm breathing in light and just letting out dark. And one more. And just as you become aware of your body, let yourself just settle into your body. And from the base of your spine at the back there, remember we're tuning into that sacral energy in that lower back, the sacrum. I want to invite you to picture, visualize, or imagine that you are like, you have like the base of a tree trunk, except it's made of light. There we go. And it's coming from the base of your spine, and it's going down into the earth. And there's many long roots connecting you and grounding you. And if there's any resistance, fear, tension in your body, just allow it to go right down that tree trunk, down into the earth. And now just picture, visualize, or imagine that at the base of your feet, there's these little windows, little portals that are opening. And now they're able to kind of draw in and absorb that earth energy. And that earth energy is coming up, up, up through your feet, your ankles, up your shins and calves into your knees. Oh yeah, let's just let that earth energy, we're all a little older, let's let that earth energy balance and heal your knees, which are part of your root chakra. There we go, as we're bringing that energy up your thighs, into your hips, up your spine. Is connected with that grounded energy. It's coming up right up the spine. You're feeling that connection all the way into top of your shoulders, bottom of your neck, bringing that energy down into your shoulders, down into your hands. And right now, I just want to invite you to become aware of your connection to source. It's like a pole of light that's coming down through the top of your head, running down two channels down either side of your spine, and going all the way down into the earth. And so you've got this earth energy coming up through your feet, supporting the body, your spiritual life force energy coming down through the top of your head, And then you're very grounded, and all the tension, any toxins, any heavy metals, hey, any excess plastic that's being held at a cellular level is going to go ahead and be released right down into that tree trunk. So can you see that energy coming down where you're very grounded, the earth energy coming up, and now you're having your connection to source? And there's this beautiful vortex of energy that is surrounding you. And all the parts of you that is that energy, and everything, every thought, image, idea held within this energy. Right now, I'm just going to ask that you allow all that energy, everything that you've ever thought, known, or experienced in the past, that you imagine or can experience in the future, are now aligning to you in this moment. And there's nothing for you to do except acknowledge and be aware of that truth. And right now, I just want to align with you heart to heart. And so if you could, in your mind's eye or from your feeling state, light up your heart. And even if you are watching this in a recording at another time, you can join us and light up your heart, because there is no, in time and space, there's only now. And my heart is aligned to yours. And right now, I am witnessing and experiencing your heart light aligning to and joining with mine as we form this circle. And I want to invite you, as the master creator in me greets the master creator in you. Let there only be love between us. And now just allow that heart light to expand. And there are helpers, seen and unseen, ancestors, angels, guides, and people we haven't met yet, and maybe people we haven't thought about in years, and maybe someone we didn't realize was there to help us. And maybe we are that for someone else too. But right now, we're just going to invite all of our helpers and guides to surround us and hold this space for us. Bringing your attention back to your heart. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Remember that you have fingers and toes. How was that? And remember when you set that intention of how you wanted to, how you wanted to experience yourself in the world, tune back into that idea. And so many said joy, peace, whatever that was. What part of you is not that in this moment? What an interesting idea, right? What part of you is not that master creator? What part of you is not that joy, that and peace that's walking around in the world, and the world is better because you're in it? Oh. And right now we're just going to do a little integration, and you can just kind of rub that in, okay? We just want to kind of get our neurology. I'm going to be tuning in to the group, but I do have a little poll right here if you want to take a second while you're getting grounded. This helps me so that I can create better content, but also so that I can answer any questions. So I'm going to give a minute to, I'm going to give about 3 minutes to go through the poll. And then I will go around the group and we're going to do a one command session together. Okay. All right. If you don't see the poll, let me know, but it should be popping up on your screen. Hey, Emily, I'm glad to see you here. We are doing a quick poll and I will just have folks answer the questions, and I'm going to be back in about 2 minutes. I'm going to give it about 30 more seconds. Okay, 5 more seconds. Okay. I'm going to keep the poll private right now. Let's see. I don't know if well, let me see if I can share the results. I don't know how to read this. Okay, I got all excited. So I'm going to be viewing the details in a minute. Let's take a look here. Okay, I'm going to keep those private for a minute. Let's see. Let's see if I can get out of this. Okay, thank you so much for that. So let me get back to the screen share. I don't know how to do that. If I lose you, don't go anywhere. Okay, just a second. And now I want to hide the details. Now I'm going to hide. Okay. I don't know how to stop this poll. So just a minute. Poll. I don't want to share any results. So I don't know how to get out of this. So I may have to stop screen share to get all the way out of this. So let me see if I can make that happen. Okay. Thank you for your patience, everybody. Okay. Thank you for your patience, everybody. We're just going to go ahead and go with this for a minute because I am having issues. I don't know what you see on your screen. Okay. Okay, so the page just has the first page. Okay, so I'm going to pause the share and we should just be seeing each other. Okay, so I'm going to walk you through that. All right, so I want to open this up for just a minute and I want to just tune in. And there's an interesting thing that happens in the circle that usually there's one person that has an issue and it kind of manifests for everybody. So today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tune in to asking one person what it is that they'd like to attract, create, or manifest. And then we're going to do our group one command session. Okay, so who would like to be my volunteer today? Who's volunteering? And if you could raise your hand, I'd appreciate it. Ashok, it's so delightful to see you. Okay.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
Well, Ashok, is it all right if we talk? Can I go ahead and use you as a volunteer?
Yeah, that should be okay.
Okay, beautiful. So, what is it that you'd like to command for today?
Command for inflow of abundant positive cash flow.
Okay, command for an inflow and abundant flow of cash.
Abundant
right?
positive cash flow.
Okay. And what do you think is stopping you?
My fears of losing.
You're breaking up. I'm so sorry.
Fears of
Okay.
losing back.
All right. So you've had a lot of experience of trying, but it
Yes.
hadn't worked out so far. You've done everything you know to do,
Yes.
but it feels like you're probably missing the mark,
Right.
or something always happens to block it. Is that accurate?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, great. And so do you have a clear idea of like the moment when you know that you're experiencing the flow, that abundant flow, that you are truly in that flow? How will you know that you have your command has been fulfilled?
When I start seeing business coming in more than what it is like.
Okay, great. So you have a measurement, right? You like if we could say you have leads, right? You're attracting clients, they turn into leads, and then you're converting them into clients, right?
Yes.
So if we have three areas, we have attraction, conversion, and then attraction, turning them into a lead, right? We're converting that. Hey, they raise their hand, say, I like more information, but then you're going, I want to turn you into a customer. And then there's some breakdown, right, in that process. And those three steps, right?
We already met them. We discussed the process and products. Now there's a gap where they converted to real business.
So they're not converting, right? So if you converted 2 times the number that you're converting now, would that let you know that you're in the flow?
I'll say probably 5 times.
5 times. Okay. So you know how many 5 times your conversion rate is, right?
Yes. Yes.
Great. And so when we have our leads, we have our conversations, and then we convert them into clients.
Yes.
How many of those conversations that you're having that turn them into clients, do you know your conversion rate yet?
99%.
Okay, if you can just talk to them.
Yes.
So you need more qualified leads.
Yes.
Right? So if you can get them, there's an old song. It's like another Saturday night, and I ain't got nobody. If I can meet them, I can get them, and then I wouldn't be lonely anymore.
Yes.
That's almost exactly the song you're singing, right? Another Monday morning and I ain't got a client. Right. So I don't know how I am attracting quality clients. So you're having actually an issue in your attraction, not your conversion, right?
I have attracted a list of people I have seen and they're pending, haven't converted yet. So like I get like
Okay, so
50 people.
you're not 99% then. You're not converting 99%, but you got this
It
list.
takes long time. It's like it
It's
takes
like a
six
long
months or
time.
8 months. Yes.
Okay, so we need to shorten that because
Yes.
so
That's
long
correct.
you could like a lot of people might be happy with the numbers you're getting, right?
Yes.
Okay. And we can all relate to that. Okay. So right now you would be getting high, like people who are ready to do business.
Yes.
That's really what it is. You want people, yeses are fast, nos are slow. So I don't know how I'm attracting more fast yeses,
Yes.
right? I don't
Yes.
know how and you know what? That's your block. You go, this is a long process. It's 8 or 9 months. I
Yes.
don't know how I don't know how I am quickly attracting and converting leads into clients.
Yeah.
That's your command,
Yes.
right? So, guys, this is it. So, amazing product. His service is incredible. The returns are amazing. But he's got this idea based on his experience. Thank you for letting me talk about you.
Yes.
That it takes a really long time. And his experience would prove that, right? It takes all this time to make all these calls and then actually get in front of them. And then they got to talk to all these people. And then they finally decide, right? And then they choose me last. And all this is out of his control in his own funnel that he's created,
Right.
right?
Right.
So I don't know how I'm taking control of my funnel. Guys, so much of our own abundance, we're doing that. We're waiting on some force outside of ourselves to change or some outside conditions. We're trying to manipulate them. And then we're hoping to get chosen rather than I'm going to create a process that gets more qualified leads into my funnel and people who are too busy to dink around that when they see it, they know they want to do it and they go for it. That's my person, right? Are you willing to be the person who says, I'm going to say a fast yes or no?
Yes.
I'm going to be, I'm committed to a fast yes or fast no. And you're
I'm
going to
committed to
right
fast.
away
Yes.
if someone's not a right client for you.
Then
Hey,
I
I'm
can say
going
no.
to
Yes.
right up. I'm going to tell you no fast.
Yep. Yep.
I
Yep.
can tell right now it's not time, but if we wanted to work with here's some things that need to get into place, or I've got this partner that can get you where you need to be to work with me. Right?
Yes.
Fast, yes. How many of us are making the universe jump through a lot of hoops through what we think are manifesting, right? We have to have gratitude. We have to be good. We have to have the right words. We have to, do this thing 10,000 times. I wonder what it would be like if you had a fast process of receiving your blessing.
Yes.
I wonder what it would be like to expect what you command to manifest quickly.
Yep.
I don't know, right? I only know
Yes.
it's so now, and I am fulfilled. There we go. All right. Guys, I created all these beautiful slides that we're not going to see. So how many people are resonating? Thank you, Ashok. Was that helpful so you can see where your block
Yes.
is?
Yes. Yes. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you so much. And thank you for being the person to help that. How many people are resonating with that? How many people are going, yep, I'm putting all these conditions in front of me, in front of relationships, in front of opportunities. Okay. So we're going to do a fast one command since I cannot figure out how to get your beautiful slides back up. Okay. Are y'all just seeing me? Are y'all just seeing like the group of people, or what are you seeing right now? There we go. I think this should be better. There we go. Okay. So right now, I want to just invite you to think about what it is that you want to command for. Is it more money? Is there, hey, are you ready to have some greater ease? Are you making things too hard? There we go. Perfect. Yes. All right. Beautiful. All right. So I'm going to do some commands for you. And then if you want to add to it, we're going to go from there. Okay. So I'm just going to walk you through the one command process. We're already very well grounded. We're already aligned. You're already aligned past, present, and future to your greater good arriving. And I wonder what it would be like if you were walking around the world as a master creator and you made the decision, it's time for this to happen. I need this to happen. I want to create this for others. I want my life to look like this. Make it so. And you were confident. And then you just made it so. You acted as if, right? And you had that positive expectancy. And then you knew that anytime as you're moving forward and there was something that slowed down or stopped you, it was the only the universe saying, we need to build your skill set, or you're going in the wrong direction. Let's redirect you. That's all that's happening. And we go, okay, let me get the information. And I only know that there's nothing that can stop me. What would it be like to walk around in that confidence? So now just bring your attention back to your heart. Now I'm going to invite you to put your hands on your sacral area, just below your belly button. Settle down into your hips. This is really important. This is your power. In the chakras, it's orange. So I want to just you to imagine this beautiful orange ball of light. And this is a little different. I've never done this before, but I do this with my clients. And this is connecting into your manifesting power. Beautiful. Now I want to invite you to bring your attention back to your heart. I am a master creator. Eyes closed, roll your eyes up. Picture, visualize, or imagine that you are traveling up a pole of light. And the higher you go, the faster you go. And soon you find yourself at the outer edge of space before the beautiful black velvety void. Reach out into the blackness and pull it away like a heavy black velvet curtain breaking into the light of pure, open potential. Eyes up. You can say out loud or mentally follow along with me. I don't know how. I am now consciously creating a rich flow of abundance, financial, relationships, and experiences into my life. I only know I am now creating a rich, abundant life. Now, and I am fulfilled. Now let your eyes softly relax, eyes still closed, and let that just expand out to an idea even greater that serves more good in its fulfillment. Roll your eyes back up. I don't know how. I came to be a master creator who knows and understands the power of my intention, the power of my commands, and I can fully expect my manifestations to be made real, to be made in this existence. I only know it's so now, and I am fulfilled, and I don't know how. I am easily and effortlessly creating cash flow, more cash than I ever imagined. I only know, and you have that in your magic number, which is, let's say, 10 times more than what you're creating now. I only know that I'm easily generating, say that number, into my life, through my business, through my relationship, through my rich experiences now, and I am fulfilled. And now, right now, I just invite you to witness the energy getting a direct download from the universe. Witness that energy coming back down that pole of light, of coming right down, and witness that light. That's that download from source, unwinding, unwinding, unwinding all those blocks, all those rules, all those hurdles that you were making the universe jump over and go through, and all those rules you had set up for yourself to keep from being a bad or greedy person, and all the programming from your family system and from society and what religion told you, and not only in this life, but through your family system and all the past lives. Just witness that unwinding, 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 and as this greater state of being begins to arrive, now I'm going to invite you to come back down into your own body. Coming all the way back down into your hips, settling down right into your hips, your knees, your feet, your shoulders. Bringing your attention back to your heart. Everything that was not aligned, that no longer serves you, is going right down that tree trunk that's at the base of your spine. Thank you. That new earth energy is coming up to support you. Bringing your attention back to your heart in gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. When you're ready, open your eyes. Yes, yes, yes. Check your fingers, everybody. Are we here? Are we back? Beautiful, beautiful. So I want to encourage you. I'm going to send out to the group a little daily command. I've got a teaching around this, but to where you can start setting your intention and how you can make this part of your daily process. And then at the end of the day, you would kind of count your blessings. You want to do that little deconstruction of like, wow, what a great day. This is what happened for me. This is what I learned. Here's what's next. And so I'll be sharing that with you in the next meeting. But the seventh step is inspired action. And so some people like to write down every possible idea, right? Of, hey, I want to create this. How can I create that? And this is what it might look like. Some people like to write down as many of those. And if they see one that resonates with them, they choose that. Or the phone call comes in, or an opportunity just shows up. I just want to share a real quick story. I know we just got a minute, but when I first discovered the one command, Asara had come to town because she was teaching the class, and she was talking to me about these concepts. And Asara's the one that created the method and was my teacher for many years. And I was really experiencing a kind of a beautiful time. I mean, I was literally walking in that, like, wow, I commanded for this. This is what I wanted. I was living in my own house for the first time. I'd finally quit apartments, and there was this miracle story about how I was able to leave my job, and I had made more money in that first month than I'd made the 6 months before. And so I was able to move into a house, get it beautifully decorated, start hosting parties, and I'm meeting people. I'm having the time of my life. I'm having all these great experiences. I'm hosting one command circles. I'm teaching classes, right? And I'm just having an amazing experience, but I was still having this feeling that I should be doing better. And Asara was there and visiting because I was promoting a class for her, and she was telling me how proud she was of me and how happy she was for me and stuff. And I go, yeah, but I think I should be doing better. And she's like, how much better? How do you think you should be doing better? And so I had this vague feeling, kind of like what Ashok was talking about. I wanted to have more of a flow, but I said, I don't know. I think it could be better. It feels like I'm doing stuff, but it's not like I could say I'm doing step 1, 2, 3, and that got me this result. I was just throwing a bunch of spaghetti against the wall, doing everything that occurred to me and seeing what stuck, right? And that's kind of a part of business because you're still figuring out what works for you. And Nassar and I went to breakfast and we're sitting at International House of Pancakes. And she said, well, I want to talk to you about this. If you were doing well, what would that look like? And I said, well, I would be having more clients, one-on-one clients. She said, well, how many clients would you be having? I said, well, how many do you have now? I said, right now I'm having about 5 a week. How many would you like to have? 9 a week. I don't know why not 10, but 9 seemed doable. That's 2 days of 4 appointments each. That's a nice day for me, right? And so I would do that. But she said, okay, what else? And I said, well, I'm having these clients, but they're not coming back to me. I almost feel like I'm some secret, side chick or something. She said, yeah, but are you following up on them? Like I had this secret fear that they were ashamed that they were going to somebody like me, like some weird psychic chick, energy healer person. And she said, but have you called to check up on them and see how they're doing? It's like, oh, follow up. No, I was afraid to follow up. I didn't realize I was afraid to. I didn't realize I had this idea about myself that maybe I was somebody that people should keep quiet about, right? We got that clear. And then finally, what else? I said, well, there's new people, there'd be those referrals, right? And then it seems like, they would be, um, they'd be renewing, they'd be coming back, but then they would be telling people there'd be referrals. Well, how many referrals would you like to see? 9. Nine's a good number. I don't know why 9 was the number I was stuck on that day. And so we did commands, right? One, I had to heal and clear that belief about they're going to reject me. If people ever really know the truth about me, they're not going to love me, right? Was that worthiness, self-esteem stuff showing up? Yeah. Anybody dealt with that one? Then it was, I got that cleared, and then I commanded for what I wanted. And I have to tell you, we were driving around because we had all these appointments, and I literally had 9 new people call that said they saw my ad. I had 9 of my clients that I'd worked with over the last 6 months call, ask for new appointments, and 9 referrals came in that day. 18 phone calls that I booked immediately because of that one emotion that was hiding it up. But the other thing is I did not have a measurable result in place. So if your commands or what you want to manifest isn't happening, one, you got to tune into what those emotions are, but then you got to get specific about what those results look like. Okay. Alexandra, I will email everybody in the group the correct 2 pages, and I will get that to you today. Okay. All right. Thank you for letting me know about that. So I hope that this was helpful. We have a good time in the group today. I love you and I appreciate you. We're going to be doing this every Tuesday at the same time, so you'll be getting alerts for this. And I want to encourage you to invite your friends and family. I'm reworking the format a little bit, so we're going to be doing things a little differently, but what will not change is we're going to be tuning into each other, holding a space for us to be living, moving, and breathing in a greater potential. Okay, so until next time, my darling, I love
Thank you
you,
so much. Thank you for
and I
coming
witness your
back.
mastery.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Kat.